Once more, I turn the pages of this Bible I claim from the hands of that dying priest, seeking clarity in this so-called modern nation. Among all the ancient texts I have studied, this codex, particularly the book of Matthew, has always held a unique allure. Its portrayal of Jesus intrigues me, not as a mere figure of faith, but as a profound embodiment of divine wisdom. I honor the God force in my own way, and part of that honor lies in the practical application of Jesus' teachings. Over the centuries, I have wielded these teachings to shape reality itself. The book of Matthew has been a catalyst for some of my most significant transformations. It strengthened me once before, and now, as I reassess the core principles that guide my path, I return to Matthew's account, seeking another infusion of that power. As I retrace the words of the ancient codex, one passage from the Bible resurfaces in my mind, igniting a flame of realization within me. The account of Jesus healing a man with leprosy, Matthew chapter 8, 1-4, is a tale often misunderstood, distorted by those who perceive only the surface, missing the profound depths beneath. When men speak of this miracle, they speak of a physical healing, a transformation of flesh, an erasure of disease. But how limited is this view? How blind to the true nature of the affliction Jesus sought to cure. Leprosy, as they understand it, is merely a symptom, a visible manifestation of a far deeper rot. It is not the flesh that suffers most in the leper, but the spirit, the mind, the very soul, festering in a state of moral and spiritual decay. What is a leper, truly? Not a mere outcast with diseased skin, but a person corrupted by depravity, devoid of belief in the divine or a higher purpose. A leper is one who scoffs at the things of God, who belittles spirituality, and in doing so disconnects from the essence of life itself. Their disease is not of the body, but of the spirit, a sickness that renders them the walking dead, alive in form, but dead in purpose, values, and true understanding. When the leper approached Jesus, he sought not just to be cleansed of his physical ailment, but to be healed of his spiritual sickness. Jesus, in his wisdom, knew that the true healing needed was not one of the body, but of the soul. This is why he sent the man to the priest, not to confirm the mere disappearance of a rash, but to verify a transformation of spirit, a return to the divine path. Yet humanity, in its obsession with the physical, has always failed to grasp this. They see only the surface, the superficial. They cling to what is visible, tangible, while their souls rot within them, untouched, unnoticed. They chase after health, beauty, pleasure, empty pursuits that mask the decay beneath. They are like corpses, adorned and perfumed, yet dead all the same. These lepers walk among us, not as disfigured outcasts, but as ordinary men and women, friends, colleagues, leaders, and followers. They are the ones who reject the divine for the fleeting, who scorn spiritual growth in favor of temporal satisfaction. They numb themselves with drugs, alcohol, mindless sex, and endless distractions, all to avoid the responsibility of true living, of embracing the life God has given them. They are moral nihilists, agents of chaos, driven by a twisted desire to witness the downfall of integrity, to see others gutted and left for dead, all for their perverse amusement. They are the ones who will drag you down if you let them. Their influence is subtle, insidious, seeping into your life through the guise of friendship, camaraderie, or even love. They offer you a taste of the same poison they consume daily. The poison of mediocrity, of aimlessness, of spiritual numbness. They lure you into their world of instant gratification, where the only thing that matters is the momentary pleasure, the fleeting high, the escape from reality. But what they do not realize, what they will never realize, is that in their quest to avoid pain, to avoid responsibility, they are the true losers. They have surrendered their souls to the decay, traded their godhood for mediocrity, and they don't even have the sense to see it. They mistake their ignorance for enlightenment, their darkness for light. They are the epitome of the Dunning-Kruger effect, so blinded by their own delusions that they believe themselves wise, when in truth, they are lost and only God can reach them. I have seen them. I have walked among them. I have been tempted by them, and I have overcome them. For I know the truth that Christ's teachings are not about superficial miracles or physical healings. They are about the profound transformation of the soul, the awakening of the spirit to its true potential, its divine purpose. Jesus did not come to cleanse the flesh. He came to cleanse the soul, to restore man to his rightful place in the divine order. And this is the path I have chosen. I refuse to be dragged down by the lepers of this world, those who would see me squander my potential in their pursuit of nothingness. I have seen the emptiness of their lives, the futility of their pursuits, and I have rejected it. I strive not for the pleasures of the flesh, but for the ascension of the spirit. I seek not to indulge in the temporary, but to master the eternal. To achieve this, I have embraced the teachings of the Bible, not as the peasants do, with blind faith and hollow rituals, but with a critical mind and a warrior's spirit. I have dissected the words, extracted their essence, and refined them into a weapon of knowledge, of wisdom, of divine power. I do not follow the path of fools, those who wait for miracles to fall from the sky. I forge my own path, guided by the truth that Christ has revealed, a path that leads to spiritual mastery, to the fulfillment of my divine purpose. The healing of leprosy, as Jesus demonstrated, is not about the removal of a physical affliction. It is about the restoration of the soul, the return to a life of purpose, integrity, and divine connection. It is about overcoming the spiritual decay that threatens to consume us all if we allow ourselves to fall into the traps set by the lepers of this world. So how does one avoid this fate? How does one rise above the decay and achieve true spiritual mastery? The answer is simple. Do everything a leper refuses to do. The first is to care. Care about your life, your soul, your purpose. Care about others, not in a superficial way, but in a way that reflects the divine stewardship you are meant to embody. Demigods are not self-serving. They are stewards of the earth, caretakers of life. To care is to be connected to life, to be conscious of the impact you have on the world around you. The second is to think. Use your mind, for it is the most powerful tool you possess. Expand your awareness, study, and research. Be a problem solver, not just for others, but for yourself. Consider all angles, all elements, and how they interact. Think beyond the immediate, beyond the superficial, and you will find the path to true wisdom. The third is to do the work. Life is not meant to be easy, nor should it be. Stop running from the challenges, the stress, the discomfort. Embrace them. for they are the crucible in which your spirit is forged. You do not need a drink, a smoke, or a meaningless pleasure to get through the day. What you need is discipline, focus, and the will to endure. Get your priorities straight and stay true to them no matter what. Work when it's time to work and play when it's time to play, but always keep your eye on the goal. The fourth is to strive for balance. Balance is the key to mastering life. Refer to Ecclesiastes 7:15-18 for guidance. Work hard, but do not forget to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Take life seriously enough to take charge of it, but do not let it become a burden. Reward yourself, but do not let pleasure become your master. Balance your efforts with wisdom, your seriousness with joy, and you will find the strength to endure and thrive. Finally, the fifth is to embrace refinement. Most men do not willingly seek refinement, which is why they never achieve greatness. To refine oneself is to recognize that no matter how skilled, how talented, or how knowledgeable you are, there is always room for improvement. It is the discipline to flesh out your capabilities, to master the art of living. Practice the teachings of Christ with consistency, focus, and self-control until they become second nature. This is the path to spiritual mastery, the way to becoming a true demigod. Leprosy is not a disease of the flesh, it is a disease of the spirit. To cure it, one must go beyond the superficial, beyond the physical, and address the root of the sickness. The disconnection from the divine, the loss of purpose, the abandonment of true living. It is easy to fall into the trap of mediocrity, to become just another person living a basic, unremarkable life. But to rise above, to achieve true mastery, one must reject the ways of the leper and embrace the ways of the divine. And so I walk this path, not as a mere mortal, but as a demigod, striving for the greatness that is my birthright. I do not seek the approval of men, the validation of the world, for I know that their praise is empty, their values corrupt. I seek only to fulfill the purpose for which I was created, to leave a legacy that will endure long after I am gone. To those who would drag me down, who would see me squander my potential in their pursuit of nothingness, I say this: I am not like you. I will not be swayed by your temptations, your distractions, your empty promises. I walk a different path, a path of purpose, of discipline, of spiritual mastery. And I will not be bound by the limitations of the flesh. I will rise above, and in doing so, I will claim my place among the divine. This is my journey, my path to ascension. It is not easy. It is not for the faint of heart, but it is the only path worth walking. For in the end, it is not the body that matters, but the soul. It is not the pleasures of the flesh that endure, but the legacy of a life lived with purpose, integrity, and divine connection. And this is the truth that I have learned, the truth that I live by, and the truth that will guide me to my ultimate destiny. If you've found your way to this journal, understand this: I am not of your human-made Christian religion. Make no mistake, I am the villain to those with conditioned minds. This is not about being a Christian, nor about simply believing in God's existence. It is about efficiency, growth, wonder, and above all, evolution. It's about actualizing your highest potential and using that power to reshape reality itself. It's about honing your strengths to their fullest while maintaining a balance that keeps your weaknesses in check. Mastery, true mastery, is what I offer. Despite the rules that govern reality, know this: God or as we call it, life, is on your side. My only pursuit has been to unleash my full potential, to ascend to my godhood. And that is all I desire for you. Even if you reject everything I am, I leave you with this universal truth, one that I hope will ignite a struggle within your soul, pushing you toward your own evolution. True healing transcends the physical. It is the restoration of the soul, the reclamation of purpose, and the mastery of one's divine potential. Understand and utilize this wisdom in the real world today, and weigh and measure the result.